Well. Let's get on this subject about racial injustice. And let's say we want to look at the real facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like fed up with people using these big words and trying to make themselves seem smarter than what they really are. But it's just plain as day. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the west side of Chicago. I'm 41 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I've experienced a lot of different profiling situations, regardless to what it was that I was doing. Um, it still was that intense racial profiling, and yeah, as a brown man, you know what I'm saying, black, whatever you want to call me, but I'm looking at my skin in the mirror and I see brown. My hair may be black, my lips may be a little pink, but I got an assortment of colors. So what can you call me? By my name, which is Sir Jeffrey Smith. See, the problem is people don't want to accept the truth. You know, we can call this a white or black issue, whichever issue it may be. It's all about being human and having compassion for the next man or the next woman or that child that's trying to understand what it is that they need to do to survive in this world. And my conclusion is plain and simple. If we care about each other, show it. Don't walk past me when you see me walking down the street. If I see you hurt somewhere, laid up, bleeding, please believe I will stop and help you. But yes, this police brutality is, it's like just straight murdering people. And I'm not understanding this right now, but it's a shame, man. I'm not afraid to walk down the street. I walk down the street at any time of the night, morning, whatever it may be. And I'm not going to live my life in fear of being shot or racially profiled against. You know, you got to be careful and precise on the things that you do in life, meaning those decisions that you make. Don't make impulsive decisions. Think about things before you do them and analyze it and take inventory over it, and you know imagine yourself just thinking about every positive aspect of what it is that you're doing. If you find something negative in it, then maybe you need to reconsider doing what you're doing. And that's if you're out there selling drugs. That's if you're out there turning tricks. That's if you're out here fighting for educational justice. Whatever it is that you're doing, you got to make these, I would say, very judge decisions. Make sure it's a good decision, and you know you can live with the outcome when you do make that decision, because there is a repercussion for everything you do. And I'm a firm believer in making sure you do the right things. It took me a while to figure out what life was about, and I'm still learning every second. And I just wanted to give you a little insight on the killings. They gotta stop. We can wage war against the police and root out all the bad police, but you don't know exactly what's gonna happen every second of the day. And us living in fear of being pulled over and being shot by the police is ridiculous. I don't get these people that's doing it. It's a hidden agenda that we need to know about, and we need to confront those issues, and pretty much like I said, have compassion for one another as human beings. Care about human life. And people that's making those impulsive decisions, I mean, we all make mistakes, but it seems like an ongoing trend now. You know, a black guy in a car, you pull him over because you see that he's black. You know, that's the name they gave us, black. But I don't really see nothing black on me but my hair, you know, and my. I'm just saying, like, just keep it real. We brown people. Some of us dark brown, some of us doodle brown. I mean, and some people are to the point to where they look black, but all that skin is brown, and it's beautiful in color. And don't get mad at me because my skin looked the way it looked. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta accept people for who they are, or you can let them go. You know. Police, yeah, you looking. I know you watching the Facebook. You know, the government is watching, and they don't want you to have knowledge. They don't want you to be aware of your surroundings. They don't want you to pay attention to the facts. They want you to pretty much be ignorant to the fact of what's really going on. And the media as well, you know, they control your mind with these different stories that they put out, and how they how would I say, how they portray a person, like using a mug shot instead of using a regular picture of a black man. And you know, you want to assassinate our character, you want to make us look bad. um, you know, it's a lot of white pedophiles, there's a lot of Puerto Rican pedophiles and black. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you bad, you bad. If you're good, you're good. If you're doing good things will happen. If you're thinking negative, that's going to be your outcome. So um, you got to speak life into yourself, you know, and to the people that you care about. You know, speak life into them. Stop talking about them behind their back. Stop verbally abusing people, you know, in the world, you know, because the tongue is dangerous. And it's like beating someone when you talk and degrade them, you know. And America, wake up. We got to do something about this, you know. I mean, protesting and getting yourself locked up is one thing. I mean, you can make a point, but what are you really getting done? I mean, we can make people realize things, but what is it that we can do to stop the killing? I mean, we want to prevent people's fatalities. We don't want to create another situation where, as if it intensifies the struggle even more. Meaning, let's think before we make a decision about what it is that we're portraying and what we stand for. And I'm talking about all races. Okay? Have some dignity, have some morals about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the ignorance has to stop. And teaching our children the truth and don't sugarcoat those things that are happening is one way to start. And taking that extra time out with your child and really sitting down and talking to them and making them realize the things that are going on in society. Because some of our children are blinded and they see an image that is frivolous, no meaning, you know. And I just had to really reconsider the way I carry myself. And you know, you got to hold your head up. I mean, you can have pride, but you also have to humble yourself as well. And that goes for everybody. Don't think that you're so right. You have to pay attention to the things that you are doing as well. You know, you can't point the finger all the time. Sometimes you have to put that pride to the side and pretty much, you know, take inventory over oneself. You know, pay attention to what it is that you're doing, you know, before you make judgment on another person. Okay? You can be very sure about the things that other people are doing. But when you're not looking on the outside, well, on the outside, looking in at one person, then sometimes we're blinded by our own ignorance, and just being aware of everything around you. Don't think things won't happen. Tragedies occur and lives will be lost, and that's a known fact. You can't be afraid. I mean, we all are promised death, and that's something that you cannot avoid. But while you're here, you can make a statement, or you could actually stand for something or fall for anything. Meaning, like I was saying about the media, how they control people's minds with these signs and billboards and, certain special reports, ooh, okay, let's pay attention to that. They want you to know what they want you to know. Well, not that way. They want you to know, they want you to see and intake all of that garbage that they put in the media, so you can be blinded and keep you in fear and keep you more attentive to what they are saying than what the truth really is. And I pay attention to a lot of things, and let's uplift each other, instead of talking about each other, and let's figure out ways to help each other, no matter what color, because we all got a different color. But don't call me black, you know what I'm saying? I'm not black. I'm brown. I'm brown. I'm just facing reality, African American, all that, that's a name that they gave us. And I hate that when I see that on an application, or if I'm online filling out a survey, black, Hispanic, why does it matter? And those things you gotta really pay attention to, and it's really, really disturbing as a human being, such as myself, I feel as though the government is planning to attack America again. And, it's a damn shame what we have to go through as human beings in this world. We can make it a black issue, we can make it whatever we want to make it, but it is still human lives being taken early. And that is what's important. We're human beings, and we have emotions, we feel. You can be strong, but don't lie to yourself about things. If something is not right and you feel it, you need to say those things. You need to make those things aware. Make people understand, but you don't have to do it in a very disrespectful manner. There's ways to talk to people, and it's how you talk to people that's important. Have their respect. You respect the person and they will respect you or not. Some people just don't get it, and I can go on and on, growing up on the west side of Chicago, you run across a lot of different people, wannabe pimps, wannabe players, hustlers, gangbangers. You run into everything, and everybody don't have the same lifestyle, and people are just blinded, it's sometimes people just don't know, and that's what we call ignorance. And yeah, it wasn't an easy lifestyle coming up out in Chicago, and the murder rate is up like never before, and it's heart-wrenching for me, to know that the place I was birthed and raised, that people are out there like, with no care in the world. You know, it's bad, you know. And the devil is busy. He's busier than ever. And yeah, I'm not afraid though. So, you know, look into my eyes. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to walk down the street. I'm not afraid to be me. And I'm Sir Jeffrey Smith. I'm 41. I'm living healthy. I'm optimistic. I'm a king. And believe me, I'm not going to let nobody tell me anything different. I will speak life into me and the people that mean something to me. And that's everybody. You know, you can punch me, you can kick me, you can assassinate my character, you can speak facts that's in your mind, but I know who I am now. So, you know, learn who you are. Pay attention to what you put in your mind, you know. Yeah, I used to listen to certain music, and I still do listen to certain music just to get a general insight on what it is these people think and how they feel about life. Because you never stop learning if you pay attention, you know. And you can learn every second. Every second. Every second counts. Not every day, every second. You're not promised the next second. So let's get that straight. This is real talk coming from Sir Jeffrey Smith. Racial profiling is just one way to eliminate people. People of color, we're all people of color. I mean, some of us have melanin in our skin, and I don't want to get too deep into that because, I mean, it's just something that we were blessed with. And, you know, my skin don't have a problem with being in the sun, you know. And I don't get sunburned, so something superior about us, you know, everybody. And everybody has a talent. You just got to figure out what it is. You know, a clean, sober mind is a strong mind.